friends, and I'd rather move and support the team at Altair than remain in the muck that Twitch is becoming. To the HOC community, my friends, I hope to see you there in November.
Or so I thought. Hey everyone, Crunch here. So this update has been a long time coming, and I apologize for that. My wife's recovery with her ACL and my subsequent workload around the house has prevented me from streaming for about 2 months, and unfortunately, it looks like it's still going to be a while. We're basically waiting until Mrs. Crunch gets most of her independence back, and considering this is an ACL we're talking about, this is something we don't want to rush. Also, just a side note here, I had no idea how much my ability to stream was tied to her until she had this surgery. Every time in the past I streamed from 2:30 to 7:30, that was because Mrs. Crunch had a plan for dinner, or she brought something home from work that we could use for dinner. So, yeah, Mrs. Crunch, thank you. So I want to address 3 things in this update with you all. The struggle in the silence, the revelation, and the future. I won't sugarcoat this. These last few weeks have been very difficult. Most of you know I deal with seasonal effectiveness disorder, a depression that fluctuates between seasons and gets worse with a lack of vitamin D from the sun. And with the inability to stream, Altair shutting down before it even started, literal World War III starting, prices for everything shooting up when only 1 check is coming into the house now, combined with 2 years of COVID as a dude who worked in food service, and yeah, my ability to cope with new stress is basically gone. The other day, when I had to deliver a route I hadn't done since pre-pandemic, I had a panic attack at work. I honestly don't know if I'll be able to organize a Bureau card event this TwitchCon with all the stress that entails. Please believe me, I've seen you guys hanging out in Discord. If I had the energy, or if I had a day where I wouldn't just unload all of my stuff on you all, I'd join in. But lately, my days are just wake up, feed the cats, work, figure out lunch and dinner, nap, cook, game for a bit, and then sleep. Emotionally, I haven't had the energy for anything else. I'm sorry if any of you feel like I've abandoned you or the HOC community. That was never my intent with this break. And if it's come across that way, truly, I'm sorry. During this break, though, I've had a lot of time to think about the future and where this stream fits into it. For me personally, there's always been a tension between what the stream is and what the stream could be. The way I see it, the stream is a haven for those who need a break, for those to cut loose, to find friends and laugh so that for a brief moment the daily terrors of our lives can be forgotten and the world doesn't seem so bleak. For the longest time, the thought of what could be festered in my mind. The idea of thousands of subs, making enough money to stream for a living, having some clout and influence on the internet. And for the longest time, I honestly thought that's what I wanted. I mean, that's why I submitted that video for Twitch Weekly back in 2017. I was trying to grow. But it's only now, about 8 weeks since my last stream, do I finally see the truth. Of course, I want some validation to what I do, but there's a difference between trying to find an audience and appealing to an algorithm. That idea of what the stream could be was not my own. It's a lie created by the algorithm, Twitch, YouTube, basically the whole internet entertainment complex. They convinced me, like I'm sure they've done to so many others, that I wanted to grow my numbers, that I wanted to chase trends, that I wanted to generate engagement. Engagement. Views, clicks, ad revenue.
Go into a store, lick food on the shelf, put it back. It's not just disgusting and unethical, but also very illegal. Do it anyway. Do it for the internet points. Go into the Japanese suicide forest. Film a dead body. Don't stop to think about either taking off your stupid fucking hat, nor thinking about whether or not you should post the video to your mostly underage audience. The algorithm does not incentivize thinking. From that stupid fucking tweet you saw the other day, to licking toilet seats. The algorithms incentivize behavior that does not make sense. You want to talk about being enslaved by machines, it's already happened, and it's far more humiliating than being a battery. The machines compel lies, crime, and mockery. You can wake up every day, work hard at your job, be a good person, take part in your community, or, conversely, you can be a monster. It pays handsomely.
After all, you want to be a big shot.
It's a lie that has existed way before the internet. It's a lie that's driven artists, musicians, entertainers, and everyday people to madness. And that lie is, you are not good enough. What you've created, what you've accomplished, and who you are as a person is not good enough. And then the algorithm sneaks in to say, but you could be if you kept up the grind, promoted Raid Shadow Legends, and drank G Fuel. This was the kind of garbage I was trying to get away from when the plan was to jump to Altair. It's truly unfortunate that Altair ran out of time and money before they could even launch their platform. Since that's the case, however, and since every streaming platform is beholden to an algorithm, I need to make it abundantly clear why I'm doing what I'm doing. My motives need to be deliberate. I can't be passive with these things anymore. Otherwise, the algorithm's influence will corrupt everything I do. So here we go. Clear as crystal, as blunt as an atom bomb. These are the 3 reasons why I will continue to do this. Number 1, good happens here. If you've been here a while, you know what I'm talking about. We've had moments where we've rallied together to help one of our own. Getting Zero a PC, helping Navi when he was homeless, raising $500 to St. Jude, trying to raise money to get Ninny a Switch, and while we didn't reach that goal, the money we did bring in helped towards his college tuition. There aren't many places left where good just happens without ulterior motives. And that's worth hanging on to. Number 2, I've made friends doing this, and I don't want to lose them. During the pandemic, I interacted more with my online friends than my family. These connections are real, and I'm not ready to lose you all. Now, this isn't meant to be an insult to anyone, but let's be real. If I stopped streaming, some friendships would be strained, or they would end. There isn't anything wrong with that. It's just something that happens. It's like a friend you have as a coworker, but once one of you leaves the company for something else, you begin to drift apart. It happens. And number 3, it's still fun to me. Do I occasionally blow a stream off because my job leaves me exhausted some days? Yes. Do I have to ignore the garbage on the internet some days so that I don't get discouraged? Oh yeah. When my seasonal depression rears its ugly head in the winter, is it difficult to push the going live button? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't be doing any of this if I wasn't having fun with it. It's still fun to laugh with chat when Potato Aim Crunch shows up. It's still fun to have a plan for a stream, only for it to get derailed by conversations with chat, analyzing game design, music, or Kamen Rider clips for a few hours. It's still fun to get hammered when I know I don't work the next day, and then laugh about how many times Mrs. Crunch can use the word dicks in a Jackbox game. So with all that said, I'm done playing the algorithm's game. I'm done being manipulated into thinking I'm doing this to make it or to reach my potential. Good is being done, friends are being made, and I'm having a good time doing it. That is why I stream. And if the algorithm doesn't like it, I've got 2 words for you.
Oh, let's get ready to suck it!
Now, to be clear, I'm not saying every content creator with millions of views or thousands of subs is a monster under the surface. There are amazing, clever, brilliant people out there who have caught the grace of the algorithm and have no skeletons in their closet. But they are few and far between, and more often than not, they've either been doing this for a very long time,
they did something incredibly clever that got them noticed, or they had a moment that got turned into a meme. What I am saying is that the algorithm doesn't care if the engagement is from a wholesome source or a source that is deliberately engineered to piss people off. And in my personal case, I'm just a dude playing video games and making jokes on Twitch with a few video and audio effects for flavor. There's millions of me on this platform alone. If I wanted to get the algorithm's attention, I would need to become a monster. And I refuse to do so. So what does all this mean for the stream? Twitch, you're really not making this easy for me right now. For the time being, I think I'm gonna stay on Twitch. All my stuff and chatbots are already there, and I've learned the hard way that when you switch platforms, some people just won't go to the other platform. I mean, this can change though. If YouTube gets gifted subs over there, maybe I'll... Just what the hell, Twitch? In all honesty, this bit of news doesn't affect me that much anyway, because the first thing I'm going to do is cut off the algorithm's most effective tool: money. I will be pulling my Twitch affiliation, and all available merch is going to be going away. The only thing that will remain is the Ko-fi, since that's a direct link. I will also put an active link on my Twitch page to an ad blocker that works on Twitch. It works on Firefox anyway. Check to see if it's on the browser you use. It should be. Second, and this may be more of a symbolic gesture than anything else, but the name House of Crunch is going to be retired. I mentioned before the idea of the stream's name becoming The Checkpoint, and I'm going to follow through on that idea. I feel The Checkpoint accurately describes the vibe this stream is going for. I want this stream to basically be an internet version of the bonfires from Dark Souls. The world outside sucks and everything wants to kill you, but right here in this hard to find corner of the web, you're good. You've hit the checkpoint. Now take a break for a bit. You've earned it. I'm working with Rockhard again, so the new logo is gonna look just as badass as the old HOC crest, if not more so. If you've been here, you've seen Rock's work in the past, you know he does amazing stuff, you're gonna love it. The stream itself won't change all that much. Even though the stream's name is changing, the URLs are gonna be the same. I'm still gonna be Crunch, that name isn't changing, don't worry. This break may give me enough time to change the background a bit though. I mean, I've been rocking this same woodland bar look since 2018. Maybe it's time to spruce the place up a bit. Now, some might say that this step is unnecessary, especially if the stream isn't changing all that much. I want to make this abundantly clear though, okay? This isn't about rebranding. This is me telling myself out in the open and in front of all you guys that the attempt to make it is over. If the stream grows, it grows. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I can't keep falling for the trap of what could be. I'm only one guy. If I keep thinking that I can make it big if I work hard enough, I will go insane. Never forget this, people. The internet would rather you become a monster with 1 million views a month than be a kind, authentic person with less than 12 views a stream. Welcome to the checkpoint. Hope to see you soon.